All right, guys, it is hot. It is very, very hot. Summer is kicking into full gear down here in Southern California. And you know what? The things just keep coming. I did about 4 details yesterday, and today I am back with another one. But instead of a detail, today we're doing an install. Just wanted to show it right here. We literally got the lineup of the Subi keys over here. I don't think I've had this many cars in my possession at once. We got Kim's car here. We got Art's car here. Got my car sitting there. Everything's looking awesome. This is my boy Kim's VB WRX in a beautiful red. I have not seen too many reds in person, but this one is very tastefully done. I actually don't mind the cladding on this because how he has it done with the lip is actually has the cladding kind of sandwiched between the colors, so it actually flows very nicely. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be installing a light bar for rally lights in front. I got over here, he wanted some quick disconnect harnesses, so I got those. This is the main switch install harness with the relay built in, and we're going to be substituting out that switch for one of these soft switches here. This is all going to be waterproof, connections are waterproof, and then he has hella lights. So let's go ahead and get this. We're actually going to be working on this outside to the corner today, to the start of it, because last night when I got done with all my details, the garage door tensioner actually snapped. All right, so got the car out here onto the side, got the blankets down so when we pull the bumper off, it's protected on the ground. One thing I need, if anybody's watching this and wants to leave a comment, I need some kind of like one of those retractable awnings I could just put over here, maybe one there, just for these summer months. Or if you recommend a nice easy up tent that's doesn't break the bank, just does the job, just for the meantime, appreciate it. Throw it down there below in a comment. But yeah, obviously a very clean build. Kim keeps after his car very well, which I love to see. Engine bay is looking beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the front bumper, and let's look in the back here. This is where all the goodies are. So here is the actual bar itself. We got an extra relay, some threaded grease. Here are all the hella horns. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get this all mapped out in the garage. And then once we have a plan of attack, we'll move forward from there. All right, so got that top clip piece here out, got the pieces there. It's nice to work on a car that everything is very nice and clean. So kudos to you, Kim, for keeping after your vehicle. All right, so that's all off there. This is a look at the brand new bar. This is the mounting hardware. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. That's gonna be very nice. So we'll go ahead and get everything set up and work from there. Let's go ahead and get this bumper off. All right, so now we're just gonna go ahead and remove the full bumper assembly. They're just clips around the headlight, slides in from out there, and then slides right off. And then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of installing the new bar, framing it up, and then we'll start wiring up the lights. So what I did here was measured a point to the middle of the bumper, and then I measured out on the bar from the center of the bar out to the support beam area, and that's going to be this point here and this point here, and they just happen to coincide with the same area where those back holes are. So from there you just measure 90-degree angle straight up. I got my marking there. And so I'm going to be drilling dead center here and dead center there, and that's going to line up right with the holes in the back there. So we should be good to go and get everything all lined up nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and drill those out, get my safety glasses on, and then when I'm done, before I put the bumper and everything back on, I'm going to clean all this out, get it ready to go. Let's get that on, and then from there, from the back, we'll be able to mount our L brackets, and then we can touch that on. It's just Legos from there, so just nothing to do but to do it. right, so now that I got the holes done in the front there, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting these mounted together and wired up. And here's what they look like. These things are actually really, really good. They're glass. Let's see here. So these are the coverings that come on them. And these are what they look like. This is gonna look really, really good, contrasting against the red. So this is something I like to use to test all my wires, just to see which is the actual positive and negative. I know black usually is ground, but not always in everything. So this, I can turn that on. Right now we're at 4.2 volts. You guys see it starting to light up. So as I increase the voltage, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, let's do about 12. So that's 12 volts right there. And that's the brightness of it. I actually got a pretty good cutoff. Nice. So now I know that blue is power, black is ground. So I'm gonna be doing these quick connects that are waterproof, customer's request. All right, so we're getting the mounting points installed now. Got the harnesses ready to go. So soon we're gonna be mounting it right back in there. Got the 2 holes drilled out still. I had to get the second one a little bit bigger on the back end just because it's a little bit thicker metal. But other than that, we're doing good. All right, so here's the first one installed. It's still loose enough that it'll move for how we want it to, but as far as like the back plate goes, it's not going anywhere. Bolted down nicely. Now we'll get the other one on. All right, so we got a little mock-up here, how this is gonna look. The reason we have these a little bit loose is because you have a little bit of playroom. So that way you can get it lined up how you want it to line up, and then we'll tighten them down. So I already got the brackets for these. We'll go ahead and get the wiring done. One thing I want to do is to get the wiring and then slap the bumper on and then finish it up. So let's go ahead and get that done. All right, guys, so we got this bar all ready to go in, got everything tucked up, have all the wires done with weatherproof, fireproof wiring tape here. Have it running on these all the way back through here. That's going up there, and we're gonna have an inline fuse and a switch connected. So that's all gonna be taken care of, and right now we're gonna be running these and finally installing them inside there. I know it looks on the video to be only about a couple seconds from what I was before, but as you can see, it is nighttime outside. I take my time with these things, get everything lined up because I'm OCD. But in the end, this is beautiful. Like I'm really, really happy with how those wires came out and how the cables and all are gonna mount. So you go and get this mounted up. Bumper went on without any issues, and we'll tighten that up when we're done. And yeah, we should be good to go.
Screaming on the asphalt track, no headlights on, ain't no looking back. Van of black paint, hiding every line, twin turbo whistling